coverage right now. We have a situation happening over in the Springbrook area. Our Daniel Dindak is there live. We've seen a lot of commotion happening there.
There's been, some sort of barricade situation where they've been asking people not to travel Springbrook Drive near Daly Road. They've had the whole thing blocked off, and this has gone on for hours now. I'm looking just over Stephen's shoulder because I can see a stream of the police chief who is on scene and is expected to talk to us here in any minute. We're just trying to find out when that is going to happen. But there has been a very large police response, SWAT, multiple cars, multiple crews, obviously also a lot of emotion with the neighbors and people who potentially are family trying to figure out what has been going on here.
Yeah, so this all started around 9 o'clock or so, and we were getting reports of something happening, so we sent Danielle out there. We have seen an ambulance leave the scene within the past 30 minutes or so. We did see somebody brought out, not sure of that person's condition or who that person is. Still a lot of unknowns as far as who may have been in the house, but since the chief is there and there are a lot of tactical officers on scene, we are hoping to get some answers here in the next few minutes or so. We'd love to show you the shot, but police are moving cars around, so there's not much to see at this moment, but it's been going on.
Looks like she might be getting staged right now.
Yeah, so we'll be here for her in the next couple of minutes.
Right, and after, as Stephen mentioned, after the ambulance left the scene, that's when we could see that there was visibly some level of de-escalation where a lot of the police officers started pulling back, a lot of the SWAT team started pulling back. So we're led to believe that after that ambulance left, some sort of threat has also diminished. But we're trying to figure out, again, what has been going on there, especially for the people who live in that neighborhood and then maybe people who have friends who live in that neighborhood. It looks like they're getting set up right now. Lieutenant Cunningham has been in communication confirming that they were blocking that off to anybody and that there was a barricade situation, but that is the only thing that they have confirmed to us at this point this morning.
Yes, so we've heard flashbangs have been used on this home earlier on. Our Daniel Dindak heard those go off. We've seen the tactical members go inside the home, and then again, about 30 minutes ago, somebody, who that is, we're not sure, but we do hope to get some answers. So let's go back out there now. Chief Theetge is there on the scene. Hopefully she'll step up to the microphone here in the next couple of minutes and just give us a quick update of, well, what happened, how it started, who is injured, who is taken to the hospital, because we are all wondering.
Yes, and you can see they also have a member of the SWAT team who potentially is going to speak as well. Sorry, they're just getting set up, so we're kind of talking you through what we are seeing as well and what has been happening through the morning, making sure that she's mic'd up so everyone can hear what has happened. Obviously, we're hoping for nothing major, but for the chief to be there usually means that there's been some sort of elongated situation, as we know as well with the SWAT team.
Yes, it's been about 4 hours since this started. So here we go. Chief Theetge, give us an update on what's happening at Springbrook and Daly Road.
I think we're all good. Can you just talk to us a little bit about what happened today?
Sure. So let me preface what I'm about to say by everything is extremely preliminary. Yes, we've been out here for a while, but the facts are extremely preliminary. So what I know to now is that earlier this morning, District 3 got a call for an unknown trouble at 1000 block of Springbrook Avenue. When they arrived, there's a neighbor that was attempting to educate the officers as to what happened. Officers made contact with an individual in the home. He retreated back into the home. The District 3 officers immediately recognized it as a barricaded individual and called for our SWAT resources. Once SWAT got here, we attempted a couple hours of negotiations with the individual. We also tried some tactical maneuvers to get the individual to come out. After numerous attempts, we made our way in, found the individual with what we believe to be self-inflicted knife wounds, and he's been transported to the hospital.
Do you know anything about if anyone else was in the house with him, if anybody else was injured?
Yeah, so again, it's extremely preliminary. CIS, our homicide unit, is just arriving on the scene. We believe there are 3 individuals in the home that have been pronounced deceased. We will still be working on relationships to each other, motive, and anything else that the investigation will reveal.
Do you have any update on ages?
No, not at this time.
Was it all knife-inflicted wounds, or what was the matter?
Yeah, so there's no indication that there was a firearm used today. Again, preliminarily, we believe they are stab wounds.
Is this a known house?
No, this is a very quiet neighborhood and part of our city. Nice homes. A lot of the neighbors were out. watching the activity, the police activity, and no dispatches up here.
How are your officers? I know this is a long morning for them. Are they all okay?
Yeah, you can see the SWAT personnel are just leaving. They will now go back to their headquarters and do a debriefing, and we'll make sure that we have resources available for anybody from police or fire that need it this afternoon.
There's no doubt this has been a tough morning in Cincinnati with a 5-year-old shot. Also, can you give us any update on that?
Yeah, so again, that's very, very preliminary right now. That 5-year-old, to my knowledge, is still alive, is in very critical condition. That is a gunshot wound, but we do not have suspect information or motive at this time for that event either.
What is your message just in general for the people in Cincinnati right now?
Yeah, so my message is, first of all, regarding firearms, put down the firearms. Just put them down. I don't care what kind of beef you have with somebody. The firearm is not going to resolve it. It's just going to precipitate ongoing problems. So put the firearms down. If you know somebody who has issues, maybe mental health issues or substance abuse issues, this city is rich with resources to help those individuals. We would rather get them help than respond to a scene such as this because nobody got them help.
Bringing it back to the situation, you mentioned there's 3 victims. Does that include the suspect or is that separate?
Separate. 3 separate.
All right.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
guys.
Thank you.
All right, Chief Terry Theetge giving us not the update that we wanted to hear, but right now we do know that 3 people are deceased inside that home, all from what she says, and she says it's early, but from what appears to be knife wounds.
Knife wounds. She also mentioned that the person that they believe is responsible, who they say retreated back into that home after the initial call, was transported with self-inflicted knife wounds. So there's obviously a lot more questions that I know our reporters have. Danielle, you could hear asking questions, trying to find out potential ages of those victims, if there's any additional information, and they did not feel comfortable giving that at this point.
Very early in the investigation. It's really only been 3 or 4 hours since this all started, and unfortunately it's come to an end that nobody really wanted to hear. Danielle also asked a question about another breaking story that we had this morning about that drive-by shooting, that the 5-year-old is in very critical condition right now. So another story that we'll be staying on top of all afternoon.
Right, and if you were watching this morning wondering if these are connected, it sounds like they are very separate cases, but that is a little clarity that we got on the investigation there that, as she mentioned, is also in its early stages. So a lot more questions to be answered. We will have those updates for you all day long on our website, on our app, WLWT, and of course we will have those updates for you starting at 4 o'clock.